I was once asked, how long should I pray in the morning? Should I have an hour prayer time or a 30-minute prayer time? Should I break my prayer time up throughout the course of the day? And the answer is, there really is no formula, because if you want to follow the examples we see in the Bible, you'll find things like this. In Deuteronomy chapter 9, the incident with the golden calf has just happened. This egregious sin towards God has occurred, and Moses is interceding for the people. And Deuteronomy 9:25 says this: "So I lay prostrate before the Lord for these 40 days and 40 nights, because the Lord said he would destroy you." So there's a model for you. Flat on your face, 40 days, 40 nights, interceding for one thing. Or how about Daniel praying and fasting for 21 days, 3 weeks for something. Or Nehemiah praying about Jerusalem for this long extended period of time. Or how about Jesus in Luke 6:12? It says this: "In these days he went out to the mountain to pray, and all night he continued in prayer toward God." I mean, if we wanted to follow these examples, we would be praying big, lengthy periods of time. Or, in different circumstances, we see that Nehemiah, when asked by the king what the king could do for Nehemiah, he said a quick prayer in the middle somehow of that conversation. We don't know what he said, but it seems like it was something really short, maybe even just in his mind, a silent prayer. Lord, help me. Lord, give me the words. Give me the courage. We don't know. So you could follow that model, but you need to remember that that model was built on a relationship with God where Nehemiah could go to God quickly. Nehemiah could spend time with God. The reality, though, is there is no model. God is not looking for some quantity checkbox to be fulfilled. So when you're praying, it's okay to pray short periods and long periods. It's okay to pray for the same thing for long periods of time, years and years. It's okay to be talking with God in a relational format like you would with your friend, because I'm pretty sure most people don't say, how much time should I spend with my friend every week? 30 minutes, 1 hour? It just doesn't work like that. I want you to start thinking about your prayer life as being something of just as you're going, conversing with God. As you're living your life, conversing with God. Make time, whether it's scheduled and that works well for you, or whether it's not, to meet with God. But recognize there's no surefire model. Some people pray long prayers. Some people pray short prayers. It's okay to pray long prayers. Charles Haddon Spurgeon would open his church services with prayer like most churches. And I've got a book where they've taken those prayers and they've published them, and you can read them. And some of them are really long. And I just imagine there's people sitting there going, when are we going to get on with this? But recognize that it's not about the amount of time, quick, short. It's about communing with God. Prayer is about spending time with God. So I want to encourage you to work every week, every day, every hour to spend more time with God in some way or another. The Bible calls us to be praying all the time. And I'd like to encourage you to do that in whatever you're doing, driving, working, thinking, quick prayers, long prayers, whatever those may be. I want to encourage you to spend more time this week in prayer than you did last week. I believe it will be better. And then continue that lifestyle of just, not for the sake of time, but for the sake of relationship, be communing with God.